Oh, I have a first time chat. Hi. Hello there. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Welcome to the Farlands. Ah, Fig, I knew you'd come after our little discussion. I'm in my VC if you would like to join me in there. It's completely up to you though. You're probably doing something more important. That wouldn't surprise me. Because everyone but me has a life. Quite literally. You're in another Discord. Are you in yours? Hold on. No, you aren't. Dang. No, it's okay. As you can see, this is much more different to the old daily routine that I had. Wake up, start the game, 12 hours, go to sleep. It's kind of crazy that like I was thinking about it the other day. How many people ever have done what I'm doing right now? Where you like walk with the Farlands like to the left or right, depending on which way you go, clockwise or anti-clockwise, and like listen to volume alpha at the same time. Like no one ever does that. It's actually quite the thing, in my opinion. Just knowing that like no one else has done it. Yeah, she's whitelisted. She's whitelisted. If it wasn't whitelisted, I'm sure someone would have blown shit up by now. But yeah, sure, I can give you a message at that time. Indeed. I only do 1 hour a day on weekdays and 2 hours on the weekend to start. So it'll be about 40 minutes for now. Did I say 4 now? 40 minutes from now. Also, I've been playing a game while I do this as well. It's called See How High You Can Get on the terrain next to the Firelands. See if I can make it to the top. Off of normal terrain that spawns next to the Firelands. And so far I came pretty close once. I was like within 10 blocks of the top. I wasn't able to get up there though. I tried to see if I could find a way to like get on top of the trees that were there without breaking any leaves or placing blocks or anything, but no, I couldn't. Any good Tetris players live on Twitch right now? I wonder. Oh, Xeno's live. I'll watch Xeno. Hello there. I see that you are present. Are you enjoying the loveliness that is the Farlands right there? Love this terrain generation. There's meant to be like a mountain there. Instead it just spawns a platform because Farlands things. Nice. Lurking is cool and stuff. Do the thing. I'd say you could join me in VC while you're streaming, but if you're trying to do a family-friendly thing, I'm not best for that. That's fair, just do the lurk thing. Do what you do best. Actually, making my stream fun and enjoyable to watch is what you do best. I noticed that when you came in and you were like talking and we were like having lots of fun doing caving. I actually had really good viewer retention. They weren't like boring and then just clicking off. Oh, nice. Nice. Ow.
Mute the stream so that it doesn't echo.
Hi.
Hey. How do?
I am doing the boring thing that no one watches.
Well, I'm watching.
Oh my god. I don't know if Fig's still listening, but if you're listening right now, Fig, I really dread getting to 8 million. Because I do not want to be floating on both directions like you were. That was an eyesore, an actual eyesore to watch.
Mm. I'm not in a very talky mood today just because I just had to drive for 6 hours. So I'm quite tired. uh,
Yeah, people have
yeah.
different endurances when it comes to like driving.
Well, the thing is like I have pretty decent endurance. Like when I'm actually in the car and going, I can last for like a good 8 hours. But once I'm out of that car, I am pooped, you know? I'm just exhausted. So that's why I'm just a little low energy right now, you know?
Yeah, that's alright. I remember the one time Mum told me that she drove from Bundaberg to Sydney, and I was like, "You did what? Huh? Mum,
I have very little reference for that. How far is
go
that?
to a fucking hotel and sleep. It's a 16-hour drive."
You're shitting me. Damn. I have stories of my dad driving from like Utah to California in like one go. And normally that's like maybe an 8-hour drive. But in the context, the 3 different passes through the mountains he tried to use, the first one was closed. The second one was closed. And the third one had like really heavy traffic on it. So the drive ended up taking closer to 14 hours on one go, and he was the only one driving.
Oh.
With all of us in the back seat. I even have a memory of the second pass that we tried to get through. I threw up because it was super hilly, and the car smelled like wine because I've been eating a lot of grapes.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so that's just a fun little memory.
Like, when Mum brought me back here, like, it's like 5 hours to Brisbane from Bundy. And then, like, it's like another 1,000 Ks from Brisbane to Sydney.
Right.
Yeah, and I
have a general idea of how far that is, but I'm using imperial units, so I'm using the dumb stupid units that Americans use.
Yeah. Hold on. I believe it's about 1,000 miles.
That sounds about right. Because like a kilometer is like what, 2/3 of a mile, or it's like 3 kilometers to a mile, or like 1.5 kilometers to a mile, or something like. Yeah. So yeah, that sounds about right. Fox Ninja.
It's about.
There's somebody in your chat.
1,300. Fox Ninja. Oh, nice.
We've got 2 foxes in chat. Would you look at that?
I get so many people say hello, and then they just leave. Do I want to join your survival?
I've seen a couple of those people say hello, but then leave, and then I see them another like 2 months later, and it's like, you don't remember me, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I've got terrible memory.
I would love to join a survival server, but I have enough shit on my plate. I've
Same
got
here.
Corner Farlands, I've got Build a Massive Fuck Off Rail, and I've got, oh shit. I swear I'm gonna do something else as well. I might join Fig's Cave Game Show. Just for some fun.
I've got your rails that I'm helping with now. I've got to set up my own lore world into a server, and then another streamer I'm friends with is going to be setting up a server that I'm going to join soon. Plus another server that I'm technically on, but that's been inactive for a couple weeks now, so I don't know what's going on there. I'm the only one with a working computer who currently regularly plays Minecraft, so I've been the only one on the server.
Lovely.
I do have a couple of neat builds there, like a massive coliseum I dug into the ground. Because, like, the whole thing with the SMP was gonna be like, oh, we're gonna have fun games, we play with each other every now and again, and, like, competitions! So I built this massive coliseum. and then I was the only one who logged on more than once. And I wasn't even paying for the server. It was by one of the guys with the broken laptop. So I just like hopped on every now and again and got building.
Oh, I'll never go back to the shitty laptop days. Never again.
Big mood, yeah. I can't, well, I guess now I can. But my first computer was a laptop, like your typical shitty laptop. And I wasn't even the reason it broke. My sister spilled water on it because she was mad at me. And it's still sitting in my closet. I still
On
have
purpose.
it, but it's... Yeah, on purpose. She was mad at me for listening to YouTube videos in the living room with the volume up and no headphones on. That's why she was mad at me. And you know why I was doing that? Is because she was talking to her friends on the Xbox in the living room. So it's like, okay, if she's making noise, I'm gonna make noise. So, and then she was mad at me for it. So,
if one of my siblings did that to me, I don't give a shit. I'll kick that cunt in. Dead set. Dead set.
Problem is she's the favorite. So if I did that, I'd get my shit
I'd be like, worth it. 100%.
God, you have no idea how much violence I hold in my heart for my younger sister.
Like,
sometimes.
I don't promote violence, but you break my shit, you dying.
Right. But yeah, but like, I was like so devastated that my laptop was broken, right? That my dad said, okay, you're mad, whatever. You weren't, because I worked for that computer. I worked my ass off. My dad had me like learn how to play a difficult piano song, and that laptop was the reward for it. And then my sister broke it. So I got really huffy, and my dad said, you know what, your birthday's coming up in a few months, you know, I'll take it in to get fixed then. So I'm like, okay, whatever, I can wait a month. My birthday rolls around, and he says, you know what, no, you've got to get a job for me to take it in to fix it. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I get the job at a local pizza place, and I start working there for minimum wage. And he says, okay, no, you've got to get your first paycheck for me to take your computer. Not even to get it fixed, to get it taken in to get it looked at. So I'm like, okay, sure, whatever you say, Dad. I don't care at this point. So I get my first paycheck, and he finally takes it into Best Buy. And you know what Best Buy says? Your computer's too old, we can't fix it. So I end up spending all of my paychecks on new computer parts, and that's how I have the computer I have now. So there's a fun little story for ya.
Oh my god. My first ever experience of playing the game at all was on my brother's computer, and it was really decent. But then my first time playing it on a device that I actually owned, oh my god. It was like a shitty school laptop that we were given. And I don't think I need to say any more than Intel Atom CPU, 2 gigabytes of RAM.
Ooh, that makes me hurt inside.
Yep.
Oh, that's rough.
I used to play beta 1.8 on tiny render distance on Peaceful with 30 FPS at most. I'd say the average was about 20.
Damn, I
On
don't know
a touchpad.
how you still love playing.
On the touchpad.
Oh, yikes. I want to say, so I actually have a wild ride of my first interactions with the game. So the first time I ever played, my cousin brought over his Xbox 360, and we played on that. That was like my earliest memory of Minecraft. But we also had it on the computer, and I can't remember if it was like the Xbox came first or the computers came first, because I remember playing, I know that there was like an earlier version of Minecraft on the computers, but I don't remember playing on them, but I do remember playing on this Xbox. So I played on there, and it was a fun time. Then one of the times, oh god, this is a full story, but I'm gonna keep it short because I'm gonna go off if I don't. I was playing on a different shitty laptop, about the same quality as the one that I still have. that my sister broke. But my little brother and I got into a fight about who should be playing it at like 6 in the morning while my parents were trying to sleep in. Long story short, we woke him up and they threw the computer out the door, literally. My mom opened the door and tossed the laptop out. Then after that, I used to go and bother the neighbor kids about playing it on their iPad. And I don't mean neighbor kids my age. I mean neighbor kids that were like, 3 or 4 years younger than me. Just to be able to play Minecraft because I loved the game so much. And then we got it on our own Xbox, and then on our own Xbox 360, and then we got it on our Xbox One, and then I had my own laptop at that point, and yeah. It's kind of crazy. But I've been playing this game for a stupid long time.
But like my brother's like PC tower for the time, he got gifted that, and that shit was like powerful. So, it was like so powerful for the time.
Man, I'm jealous. I had to work my ass off for every inch of this computer.
Like it had like I'd like to say a first gen i7. Like when it was like fully relevant, like when the i7 like line first like came out, and like I think he had 8 gigs of RAM. This was like 2011 spec though. This was like 2011 spec.
Well, yeah, for 2011, that's like amazing. I think now in this this computer is like one of those computers that's like held together with duct tape and glue. And it's still got like 16 gigs of RAM. I don't exactly remember. My brother helped me pick out the parts. Most of the specs and things. And I got the graphics. I was super lucky because I got the graphics card as a hand-me-down right before the market spiked for them. And then on the day I was putting my computer together, I finally had all the parts. It was like Christmas morning. I had everything. I was putting everything together, and the graphics card got knocked off the counter, and like a tiny little corner of it chipped, and it was, not exactly useless. I could still use it, and I still used it for a good year or so. But it had issues. Like it would struggle. It couldn't do certain things, or it would break. But recently, my brother got a new graphics card. He got himself a new one for his birthday because the market's coming back down, and he gave his old one to me. So now I've got a working one, and it feels good to not have to worry about my game crashing every few seconds.
It's funny because I bought this stupid pre-built for like $2,500, right, at JB, and it's got like the 3070 in it. And at the time that I bought it, I could have ripped out the 3070 and like flipped it on eBay and got like 2K for it. It's so stupid.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous.
I've looked though, and yeah, you can get GPUs now. You could just straight up buy them like from an actual reputable retailer.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that the market, and we all know why it spiked,
Yeah.
What's the word that?
Chip shortage.
Cryptocurrency and all that shit. It's annoying. Crypto bros. Ugh.
And like, I was looking the other day just for reference, and like, when I first was like looking at like 30 series graphics cards, like a 3090 here in Australia was like 5K.
No way.
Like four and a half to $5,000, and it was in actual like eBay auctions. Like people were bidding that much money.
Wow. I wasn't really on the market for many. I wasn't on the market for all that many graphics cards because it was like, I'm never gonna afford one anyways. Why bother to look? Just kind of wait till the market settles down. But I don't remember them ever reaching past like maybe $4,000. Like maybe some really good ones did, but like not on average. Most of them never broke 5,000.
Currency differences. Remember that. Currency differences.
Yeah, that is true. I'm thinking in US dollars, so
Yeah.
I don't know if they're worth more or less than what you have, though.
But now, like, a 3090, like, retail is like 2.5 grand now.
Dang.
I think maybe I might have seen like a couple places doing them for 3, but that's still way better than what we had.
I mean, yeah, it's still better.
And like a 3080 is like 2K now. Like 3070s are like 1700. Like, it's reasonable now.
That's actually pretty great.
You don't need to be like, so which internal organs am I selling on the black market this evening to afford my 30 series graphics card?
Yeah, man. I'm so lucky that I never had to deal with that. My brother knew about my broken graphics card, so he was happy to give me his old one. Like, just for free. So I am eternally lucky in this sphere. But yeah. So how's your day been otherwise?
Good.
That's good.
Big's joining us on my server.
Nice.
The big man.
The big boy.
Yeah.
Nice.
There's gonna be lots of people wanting to talk to him, I guess. I guarantee you. He initially wanted to do a rail project. That's where I stole the idea from, by the way.
I see.
But he was the only person that wanted to do it. Like, he tried to get Tile and Arcrid and everybody else to help him, but no one else wanted to do it.
So what made you want to do it?
So I was like, oh, let me just rub that idea. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I like building cool things, but like I'm new to like mega structures and big builds that are like, wow, this took me however many hours to build, and I'm like, okay. I'm new to that kind of sphere, I guess, of like mega builds, and I guess like I wouldn't call a single block railway that goes just in one direction a mega build, but it's definitely like a big project, you know?
I'd call it that.
Yeah.
I'd call it a mega build.
Yeah, just because of how far it stretches.
Yeah.
But like I'm new to that kind of sphere of things that take hours upon hours to build. And I'm like kind of experimenting with it, and I like building things that like not only take effort, but look awesome, and like putting stories around them, like I'm doing with this whole world.
Yeah, the big fortress looking thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's gonna be like the starter temple, and when I set up, when I set this world up into a server, I want to set that up as the starting area, so like that's where you spawn in, you know? And I've still got a lot of work other than just like finishing it up. Like I've got to ruin it, you know, make it look old and crusty, but I've got to terraform around it, make sure all of the walls and everything are hidden. So like even finishing the walls and making sure everything's properly oxidized and whatever, I'm not gonna be done. I've still got a lot to do to finish this build.
So I think I've said this to a few people now, but like most people think of going to the Firelands is like you must dedicate your life. It's gonna take a shit ton of time. You have to have no life in order to do this. But to that I say, anybody can do this right now. Anybody. I don't care who you are. You can have a full-on career, and if you can find 1 hour out of every day, you can get this done in just short of 3 years. 1 hour. That's all you need.
That's still 3 years.
But it's only 1 hour a day.
That's fair. But, like, you miss a day, and suddenly, you miss a couple days, and suddenly it's like 3.5 years. Like,
suddenly it
I
doesn't
can't even
matter,
dedicate
though.
an hour to something like that without getting distracted by something else. But that is very cool. Just not the kind of project I would want to undertake personally.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. When you do the like multiple hours every day thing, no, it wears off.
I bet. It's always hard to tell because I've got these pillows on the outside, and it's hard to tell, like, did I wax that block already, or is that a new one that I need to wax?
Well, the time is over. The music is looped. That means the day is done. Well, the file end segment of it.